Nothing for you. Hello everybody!
Surprise, surprise!
Bet you thought we'd died. I bet you thought we'd gone away and left you all. We've been having a lovely summer. All sorts of things happening. We've been 2 holidays.
Oh,
yes,
to the same place?
To the same town, Northumberland, my home county. The one that we usually do every year. We've been to Amble by the sea, and we have first time we were with my family and my extended family. Red sky at night, shepherd's delight. It's promising to be a lovely day tomorrow. And then we had a week at home, and then we took his family for a week. Well, his daughter and granddaughters. And then we've been babysitting quite a lot, and we've been just chilling over the summer.
Because it was a bit chilly.
It was chilly. We haven't had nice weather, not the best of summers. The 2 weeks that we were away were the best weeks. And we kept saying on the other weeks in the holidays, we kept saying, oh, thank goodness we weren't there then.
The trouble is, we use all our lookup when we go on holiday, we get fine weather, even in England. But the problem with that, you use your look up. So when you do the lottery, you don't become a millionaire.
Eh?
It's true.
What's that got to do with
You win £2 and... or
Ignore him,
£2.50.
he's just talking rubbish.
I'm talking rubbish, but it's true. There'll be people there who get exactly what I mean.
Anyway, today it is September the... Oh, he's taking a tight bend. It's a... I can't remember what day it is. It's Tuesday. It's September and we are having glorious weather today.
It's currently 21.
21 degrees. I think we're having our usual September Indian summer. However, we've been for a walk around the lake in Sedgefield. He wanted to go for something to eat. He doesn't do queues. So
There were 50 people in the
We
queue.
went for a walk, went to the cafe. Nah, he says, I'm not doing queues, I'm not going there. So we got in the car and we decided to go to Raby Castle. Saw the queues in Raby Castle and he says, I'm not doing that.
There were at least 50 people in the queue.
Queuing in this, he doesn't do queues.
So
we're going elsewhere to a garden centre, which I'm keeping my fingers crossed they don't do queues. We did do this this trip round the lake about a week and a half ago, and same thing happened. He said, let's go. He wanted to go to this particular Zen cafe, but it was closed. I think it must have been a Monday that we went, and they were closed on Mondays. And the cafe in the park was full of kids, school kids, and he says, oh, we're not doing that. So we actually had our lunch. Tell them where we had our lunch, dear husband.
At the garage.
We went to the services down the road, got a sandwich, a drink,
car park
a sandwich, a drink, and I think a Bounty bar to share between us. And then we sat in the car and ate our lunch in the car. So I'm anticipating the same thing to happen because we're fast approaching this garden centre, and if there's queues, we won't be going in.
Well, it won't be too bad here, I don't think. They're all up at Raby Castle.
They're all at Raby Castle. They're all at Raby Castle. Because Raby Castle just being modernised and they've got a massive cafe. So I thought there'd be loads of room there. There is loads of seating room, but there's a queue of old people out the door. And he doesn't do old people, don't you not?
No, don't do old people.
Sorry, this phone's shaking all over the place.
I do some old people.
You do some old people.
I do the sensible ones who don't think they're old. Right.
So anyway, you've been wondering what I've been doing. I have been sewing. I've sewn an awful lot, and in the coming vlogs I will be showing you the things that I've made. So we'll start with what I've been doing, my first batch of things that I've been doing, and I'll let you see what I've done. I made this top, and I basically traced it off from a top that I bought from Kitten Caboodle. I'll show you in a minute the little video that I did for it. It's just basically a trace off. It's some fabric that I got from Vinted, and basically I just turned the edges over. I didn't put any collar on. I turned the edges over, but then I had a little bit of fabric left, and so I thought I would make a little neck collar. And the neck, basically what I did was I took some fabric. This is on the fold here. The top edge is on the fold. So I had no pattern. I just cut it. I just thought, right, I put some fabric around my neck, and I thought, right, that's about the right size. And so I cut it like that, and I made one side longer than the other. Then what I did was I put it around my neck, and I wanted to see how it would fit around my neck. Now I thought, what can I do? And then I suddenly thought, if I put a popper there and poppers there, then they would make it lie like this. And then I thought, if I just turn the top in a little bit, just to add a little bit of a roll to it. I'm wearing a shirt at the moment which clashes, but basically it would look like that. And that over the top of this this jumper, sweatshirty type jumper, gave me two options to wear, because I want something that I can wear in the winter, and my neck always gets cold. So I figured if I have something like that, then that would be, it keeps my neck warm. So that's all it is, because I think it was Angela was saying, what did you do? How did you do it? And it's basically, just unpop those. I'll show you again. Basically, this is about 5 inches down at that end, and about 7 or 8 inches at this end. Fold along the top, and basically I went round. You can see it's a little bit wobbly, even though I've pressed it. I went round it, and I top stitched along there and down there. And then, as I say, put it round my neck like that. Where it crossed, I just kind of, I put a pin first. I thought I'd put a pin just to see where it'll go. And I thought, right, a pin there, and then bring that in here and a pin there. And that's where I made the mark. And then I put 2 pins to get it off. I think I took it off over my head, so I could see where the pins went, like that. And then I marked a pin on that side, marked on that side, and then I worked out where the poppers should go, and I put the poppers on. Trying to use my poppers up as well. I've got 2 boxes of poppers. I couldn't find one box once, and I ordered again, and so I ended up with 2 lots of poppers. So there's a little collar, a little scarf, and I could also wear it with the black, because this is black and pink. I can wear it with a black top. If I was wearing something like this is just a short sleeve top, but if I was wearing something like that, I could do that, and that would look quite nice with a black top as well. This is one of the tops that I've made. I think I've already shown you this, but it's one of those I've made, taken from, I've done quite a few tops just using the fabric up. I think it's about a metre and a quarter that I had. Very simple. I traced the pattern off. I basically laid the jumper, folded it, and traced it off. And it goes straight down there. That was where the fold is. And the neck, that's the back neck. And I just drew where the front neck is. And then the shoulder went to there. Sleeve opening down there. I didn't even mark where the sleeve went. And then across the bottom. And then the sleeve, I measured this, I marked the sleeve, and the sleeve was basically like that. So I knew that is going to join there, and this is going to be on the top fold part. So that was what I did. Just 2 pieces of paper. I basically laid that out and cut it out. And it's the thing I liked about it is I could make it in, I think I made it in just over an hour, from cutting it out to sewing it. Basically sewed the shoulder seams, then sewed the sleeves in, and then sewed along and down. And then if I had a little bit of spare fabric left, I cut a rectangle, and I put the rectangle, if I loosen this up for you, then I put the rectangle on the back there, can you see? and I sewed it down, and at the same time I put some cord in, which I used from spare cord from the fabric, and then I had this little pull tie here. Don't know if you can see it, little pull tie, and I can tie it as short or as long as I want just by doing that twice over. So that just lifts the blouse up, or the top, the sweatshirt up a bit, and just adds a little bit of accent to the top. So that's what I made. Now this is, I made about 4 or 5, if not more. I've made a turquoise one, I've made this one, I made a black and white striped one, I made a blue and black striped one, I've made the pink one that I just showed you, one I turned over twice, and then I don't have a cover stitch, so I just did a straight stitch, but I pulled it as I sewed it, so I've got this little bit of stretch here, straight stitch there, and on the bottom I did a double straight stitch, which is like that. I don't know if you can see, there's 2 rows of straight stitch, and that it doesn't snap. What I did was I pulled the fabric gently, so it added a little bit of stretch to it, and also, don't know why, I used some embroidery thread rather than ordinary polyester thread, so I think that made a big difference.